Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Shemel Shai, Shem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great most honorable well, and Shalom to the elect. I listening and learning, man. All right. I was sent this YouTube video by the brother Carl Bay, and it instantly, man, I was watching it and it just inspired me. You know, scripture started to come in my mind and it inspired me to do a lesson. All right, on the imminent war, man. Okay. Now I was thinking that pretty much what I was meditating on is that all these nations, okay, that have nuclear capabilities are going to end up firing those missiles, okay, those ICBM missiles against America, because that's prophesied in the scriptures. America is Babylon the Great, Babylon that's going to be destroyed. All right, not talking about ancient Babylon, okay. When you read Revelation, the 18th chapter, for example, that's talking about America. All right, that Babylon there. Now, I'm going to get a couple of scriptures. All right. But pretty much when you watch this video, you know, Iran's trying out they're trying out their weapons, man. Okay. And this is all in the scriptures. Now, I've got this scripture to start off with, and I'm going to go into a couple of scriptures. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Okay, talking about the heathen. All right. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And, you know, hey, you know, the Lord's got his prophets out on the highways and byways telling you of this destruction that's going to come. In fact, before I keep reading this is what the prophets did, man. All right. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. Are we not prophesying against Babylon, America, and Esau's kingdom? Right? It says of war and of evil and of pestilence. Okay? So by doing videos like this, going out on the highways and byways, warning you, we're telling you, look, there is war. War is coming. World War III, man. Okay? And there's, you know, apostles, elders on down, brothers doing lots of videos, you know, go into the whole way that this man, you know, these different countries that are building up and what they're doing. And it's all reported on the news. Okay? That's why the scriptures say watch. Okay, we're watchmen set upon a hill. All right, now let's go back to Joel. So we're going to be reporting on these things, man. Okay, we're going to be talking to you about war because we're in the time of war. Right? Why do you think that they're doing all these military tests? Now, he said, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So these nations, okay, they're mustering their armies, man. Okay, China's got a huge standing army. All right, why would you muster an army? Why? Because we're going into the time of World War III. We're really kind of in it, but it's, you know, there's tensions building up, really. Okay, and when that war culminates, it's going to end with their missiles being shot, okay, to the ends of the earth, man. It says, beat your plowshares into swords. What's a plowshare? That's a farming tool. It says, beat your plowshares into swords. A sword is a killing instrument. And your pruning hooks into spears. What? As in, invest in your military. Okay? Sharpen that sword. Let the weak say, I am strong. So before, what you'd had is, you had America with this missile technology. Okay? Russia. But mainly, America was what? America's the one that dropped the atomic bombs. Okay? And they're constantly investing into their military tech. But now there's nations that, you know, were, bear with me. Now there's nations, okay, that say that, there's nations that say that they're, you know, that at one point were just farming nations. Okay? They were just building up. But now they've got a military arsenal. They've got weapons, man, of warfare. All right? They got missile technology. Okay, they've entered the world theater, in a sense, of having military tech, of having ultimate great sword technology, which is the missile. All right? So That's when it says to let the weak say I'm strong. These nations that were at one point seen as weak, now they've got the military capability to react and do some damage, okay, to their adversaries. Now Iran, when you watch videos of Iran, man, they're always, they always show what? A bunch of guys in a marketplace, okay, burning an American flag. Okay. They're anti-American, man. They're anti-Babylon. All right. And that's why there's always tensions between Israel, okay, which is a foothold over there in the Middle East of America. You got Israel, there's always tension between them and Iran. Okay? And who's one of Iran's allies? Russia. Okay? Going back to what? The eagle versus the bear. America versus Russia, man. And I'm going to show you that in the scriptures. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against them. And that's talking about Russia. All right? And say, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, because the Lord is rousing them up. Okay, you got Putin over there. Okay, they're building their military tech. Okay, there's tensions on the borders. You got the Crimea, you got Ukraine. Okay, there was another article, which was basically, I was reading, and it was talking about the US was warning its citizens that were going to go to Ukraine that there might be an attack there. Okay, and that it would be difficult for them to give them aid. So they were warning against traveling there. Why? Because we're in a time of war. It says, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. All right? That's their army, their weaponry, all of that, the military, man. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Now, Persia, okay, was the name of Iran before it was changed. Okay? So that's talking about Iran. Okay? So when you see these, these articles and these videos on Iran, okay, that's in the scriptures. Okay, they're going to be shooting missiles too. In fact, let me get a quick precept. In I think is it 13 and 29? Or is it 15 and 29? That's right, 30. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 30. It says, also the Carmenians raging in wrath. Who's the Carmenians? That's talking about the Persians, the Iranians. Also the Carmenians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And that's talking about the land of the Assyrians there, in that scripture is talking about the land of America. Okay? Babylon. Which ought to be destroyed, man. And it's going to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Now, let me get this. What scripture was I thinking of exactly? Bear with me. Is it? There we go. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? And that's talking about the missiles, man. Once they're shot, they're not, look, man, they're going to hit their target. Because the Lord's going to be with the missiles, man, to make sure that they hit that target and destroy America to fulfill prophecy. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Now, let's read it read about the plague, right? Right? This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So it said, what? Their flesh is going to consume away while they stand upon their feet. That's talking about that explosion from the nuclear missile, man. All right? Getting destroyed. Now, if you want to see a visual of that, well, as close as it can come, all right, because this is where these movie directors and stuff, they get it from the scriptures. You can watch Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and there's a scene with Sarah Connor, which I believe she's having a dream, if I'm not mistaken. I ain't watched it in a while. And she sees the thermonuclear destruction. She sees that nuke hit, and then you just see her on the railing standing, and her body just melting away. Okay, that's the plague. It's talking about the missiles, man. Let's go back to 2 Ezra 16. Right? May a man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may one quench the fire in the stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. Okay, and what's the arrow talking about? The ICBM missiles. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues. It's the Lord that sends the plagues. It's the Lord that's making this happen. And who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? All right. So, hey, America is going to be burnt to a crisp, man. All these nations, okay, that are got this technology now, this military tech, this missile technology, they're going to shoot them over there into the land of America, including its own allies. Let me get that quickly in Revelation 17 and verse 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, okay, you know, the EU allies of America, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate. So, for example, okay, France, Germany, okay, going to be sending missiles over there to America. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore being who? America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh with fire, eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So America's, hey, so all these missiles, man, hey, everyone's against America, man. Everyone's going to be shooting missiles against America, all right? And they're all going to hit. That land is going to go up in flames, okay? That land is going to go up in flames. It's going to be a lake of fire, as it says in the scriptures, man, all right? And eventually after that smoke and that fire die down after a long time, it's going to become a desert land, all right? Which you can read about that in the scriptures, because it's going to be desert dwelling, you know, it's all going to be a desert, man, all right? So that's what's coming to this place, all right? All these different, countries that are getting this military tech, hey, the scriptures talk about a sword being sharpened. It's all leading up to World War III, man, which is prophesied in the scriptures. I believe it's, is it Revelation? Yeah, 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past, right? Talking about World War II, which that's past now. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right? So, hey, the third woe talking about World War III. And that's what we're in the midst of, man. That's why you're seeing all these military tech drills and weaponry being used, because we're there now. All right? It's just a matter of time before the missiles be shot, man. But before that happens, there's certain other prophecies, the major one being in Revelation, the 13th chapter, and the 16th verse, that has to come to pass. So, hey, Lord willing, it's been an edifying lesson, man, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai B'Shem Kadash. With that, I'm going to say, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and shalom to the elect. Shalom.